Welcome to Cajun Case Files. I'm your host, Britt LaFaso. For the past 3 months, we've been investigating the death of 15-year-old Quawan Charles from Baldwin, Louisiana. This week, we continue with his story. His family is now speaking out in response to what we've discovered.
KLFY uncovers and digs deeper into the untold stories of missing persons, strange disappearances, cold cases, and mysteries from the heart of Acadiana. This is Cajun Case Files, a KLFY Plus exclusive.
In part 2 of Quawan's story, I showed you this video. I got the video from doing a public records request with the Iberia Parish Sheriff's Office. In the video I showed you in part 2, you see the shadow of a person dashing behind this line of trees. Well, I found something else, a much clearer shot after looking over this video again and again and again. I want to show you that right now. At 4:09 p.m. on October 30th, you can clearly see a person walking behind the tree line. I missed this before because of issues I had exporting the video I'd gotten from IPSO on a DVD. But here it is. Then a second later, you see the person again continuing to walk along that path. This is what Sheriff Tommy Romero was talking about when he said they had video evidence showing Quawan Charles near the area alone where he died. To refresh your memory, I want to reread Sheriff Romero's statement. Sheriff released this statement on November 14th, 2020, about 2 weeks after they discovered Quawan's body. This was while they were still investigating Quawan's death as a homicide. The sheriff said, quote, "We have spoken with at least one eyewitness who reportedly saw Quawan Bobby Charles before his death in the area near where he was later found deceased. We've obtained and reviewed video evidence showing Quawan Bobby Charles near that area. Video evidence indicates no other individuals present with Quawan Bobby Charles or anyone else present for some time after or before he's seen on the recording." Now, when you take a look at this map, you can see where that person was spotted on video at 4:09 p.m. on October 30th, in relation to where Quawan's body was found around 6 o'clock in the evening on November 3rd. So this person seen on that video could very well be Quawan Charles. Quawan's family watched the 3 episodes I did on his case, and I showed them this new piece of video. Quawan's family says this video alone is not enough to prove anything to them. You cannot say with certainty that this person is Quawan. Quawan's cousin, Selena Charles, also told me they'd never seen this video before. She says they tried to see this video before back in 2020 while this investigation was still open. But Selena says IPSO investigators told them their equipment was not working. So Quawan's family never saw this video. No one had, besides investigators. In response to us obtaining it and releasing it, Quawan's family held a press conference on June 28th. Quawan's father, Kenneth Jacko, and Quawan's cousin, Selena Charles, stood together. Selena is also the founder of a nonprofit organization called Purpose for the People based out of Arkansas. Quawan's mother, Roxanne, also planned to be here, but she said ultimately it was just too painful for her. Here's what they had to say.
I'm here today to speak about the video that was just released of Quawan Charles supposedly walking in a field that Sheriff Tommy Romero released. Well, on that particular video, it doesn't show Quawan Charles, and our family is just seeing that video for the first time since 2020. We have been asking and begging for that video since November of 2020, and it was just released a few days ago from KLFY, from Ms. Britt LaFaso, who had did an investigation on it. And it clearly shows to the family and it proves to the community that there have been misleading information from Sheriff Tommy Romero. So from our family, we're demanding for transparency and accountability. Right here, I have Quawan's father, Mr. Kenny. You want to spell your name?
Jacko, J-A-C-K-O.
And his mother could not be here today because of the hurtful information she got and just from it being so long of her not getting justice. Sheriff Tommy Romero lied to the public and to Quawan's family. The video footage he referenced for years does not show Quawan walking alone in the field where he was found. Why was the public misled? Where is the real footage? Why did it take outside media to reveal the truth?
Coming up, Quawan's family says they plan to exhume Quawan's body. Quawan's cousin Selena says her family is now planning to exhume Quawan's body. She believes more than 4 years later that Quawan did not drown by accident or suicide like the forensic pathologist theorized. And she's hoping a third autopsy may give them more answers. I personally don't know if a third autopsy will do much. I do believe Quawan died by drowning, and I think a third autopsy will probably show that. I believe the question is, how did he drown? But with so few things left that Quawan's family can actually do, they feel like this is one of the only ways of getting answers. And maybe, just maybe, it will turn up something new. We also asked Quawan's family a question you've all been asking: what happened to Quawan's clothes? Where were they found? Next to his body, in the sugarcane fields, or somewhere else entirely? Their answer may surprise you. Here's Selena again.
Our family has come to an agreement that we will work on getting Quawan's body exhumed to get a third autopsy, given the fact that prior to this event that occurred, the attorney that was representing my family, Attorney Ronald Haley, license has been suspended. And because there have been corruption in Lafayette Parish Courthouse, we are going to get another pathologist to do the autopsy on Quawan Charles. We're also calling for Sheriff Tommy Romero to resign because he lied to the public and he misled and lied to our family. He refused to talk to our family. Every time we came up to this courthouse to speak to him, his staff was ugly to us and they treated us like we were the killers. Tommy Romero needs to resign today. Janet Irvin, Gavin Irvin, and Tyler Lee Gross is responsible for Quawan's murder. And we know that they murdered Quawan. And we know that the autopsy, both that were prepared before, cannot be legitimate to what happened to Quawan's face. So today we demand justice for Quawan, and we will fight until we get it. The time now is for justice. We're done. We're done with fighting, we're done with begging, and we're done with waiting. We want justice for Quawan. And it's time for the murderers to be picked up. So again, we are going for Quawan to be exhumed and another autopsy to be done on Quawan. This is a call to action from the community. From the Charles family, we're praying and asking. And from the Jackal family, we're praying and asking that you all rally behind us and stand with us as we fight to get justice for Quawan. We're praying that you stand with us and that you open your mouth and be a voice for Quawan and for the community in New Iberia, Louisiana. This has shown us time and time again how corrupt the system is, and when it comes to a black child being murdered, we don't get justice. It gets swept under the rug. And I am sick and tired of it. And I'm sick and tired of the community not showing up. Because things like this could happen to your loved one, and it can happen to any of your friends, anybody. So you need to show up and step up. I'm calling you to action, to step up for Quawan Charles. This could be your son, your father, your brother, your uncle. I'm calling for you all to stand up. Social media is good. Tagging and sharing is good, but what's important is boots on the ground. I drove 7 hours away and I'm pissed off because there should be more people out here standing with this family. Don't get me wrong, I appreciate everybody that's out here, but this is happening too often throughout the community, and everybody's seen that video that was released from KLFY, and it shows nothing to prove that that was Quawan. I would like to know, how do Tommy Romero say that that was Quawan walking?
What evidence he has?
I want to know, where's Quawan in that video? I did not see Quawan. He misled the family. I want an answer from Tommy Romero. I want him to speak up and speak the truth, because at this point right now, he have lost his credibility, and it has shown all across the internet. So we want justice. That's what we want. You got anything you want to say?
No mission.
Yep.
I have a couple questions.
Go ahead.
Okay. What did the sheriff's office tell you when you requested that video initially 4 years ago?
They said that something was wrong with their equipment. That's what they continued to tell my auntie. Something was wrong with the equipment and they couldn't get the equipment to work. So we never got a chance to see the video. Every time my auntie asked to see the video, they said something was wrong with the video. Something was wrong with the equipment.
When you say your aunt, you mean Roxanne?
Roxanne Nelson, yes.
A lot of questions we've been getting is, where were Quawan's clothes? Is that an answer you guys have?
Honestly, I don't know what happened to Quawan clothes, because they were never given to my auntie. The only thing that was given to my auntie was the sweater that Quawan had on his back. And from my understanding, Quawan went to the doctor that day and all he had on was that sweater. And they took that sweater from him.
So they never told you guys, we found his clothes in the sugarcane field?
They never told the family or the community that they found anything. They never told the family or the community that they actually found Quawan in the field. You know, they didn't let the community know that they found a dead child naked in the field in Lorville. I had to come from miles away from Texas to speak up and call a press conference for them to, for everybody to find out that there was a dead child found. And from that point, Tommy Romero knew he was covering up a death. He knew it, because we haven't had transparency since then.
So everything that was put out in the media, you know, years ago when Quawan died, that's pretty much all you guys know.
The only thing, the things that was put out in the media came from Janet Irvin, Tyler Lee Gross, and Gavin Irvin. The two other accomplices, they ran from the private investigator that I hired. They ran from him to where he could not question them. And I'm really upset and I'm disturbed by this whole situation, because I fought hard for Quawan and I'm still fighting for him. And I hate that my auntie isn't here. I understand that that's her son, but I'm fighting harder. I feel like I'm fighting harder, and I believe it's my purpose to do so, and that's why I'm here. But I feel like it's no reason that I should be here and not none of his siblings or his mother whenever we're fighting for justice.
What would you say directly to Sheriff Tommy Romero?
That he needs to resign, because he lied to the community and he lied to my family. Where is Quawan in the video? Ask him to release that to you guys so we can see that video. Because the video that he put out, that you, Miss Britt, put out, it's not in there. Quawan isn't in there. I don't see Quawan in that video. I'm angry. I'm fired up. I was supposed to be in Jamaica today. I lost a lot of money. I'm here today. When it comes to purpose, I'm standing boots on ground on purpose. And that's why I'm here.
Is there any way Sheriff Tommy Romero could make this right with you?
He has to show us a video of Quawan walking in that field, because he lied to us. He has to show us a video, and he has to come and make a public announcement. He has to let us know where's the video, because this video that you guys put out, it doesn't show anything. I mean, it's no clarity in that video to prove that that was Quawan Charles walking. And then on top of that, the video that was released by Miss Jeffers that states that Quawan, the car that her son got into smelled like bleach. I can play the video if y'all want me to.
Coming up, you hear that full audio recording. It's a recording we've only previously had a tiny snippet of. If you remember from episode 2, there was a snippet of an audio recording. A woman told Quawan's mom the Irvin's car smelled like bleach. Well, Selena decided to release that full audio recording. Here it is. A note that I've bleeped out the full names of people who have never been charged in connection with Quawan's death to protect their identities.
Hi, this is Roxanne Nelson. You want me to call you?
Yes, ma'am. Hi, my name is Lena. My son is, I don't know what you want to say, friends with Gavin, or was friends with Gavin. I don't think, she's not friends with him after all this stuff. Okay, well, anyway, she saw Gavin yesterday, and Gavin couldn't stick to the same story, but he did say whenever they picked up your son, him and his mother, and the stepdad were all tripping, they had did some mushrooms. Those ones that are poisonous or whatever, they make you trip out or whatever. Well, they were all on mushrooms, not your son. I'm talking about they were.
Okay.
Well, Gavin said, he told my son, he said, when we got there, he left. He said, oh, well, he don't know anybody. So, you know, he's like kept changing his story. Well, and then the mother picked up Gavin, and my son went to give me her car, but it smelled strong like bleach. And my son, she said, you can't smoke in the car because we bleached it. And then from what I can understand, he told my son that they found your son's body in a sugarcane field behind their house. So it's like they bleached the car because they used the car to go hide the body, your son. You know what I'm saying? So is he alive?
So what's your son's name? What's your son's name?
My son is Lee.
Is Lee?
Yes, ma'am. Red-headed Lee. He lives in Youngsville. He doesn't live over there. But he came to me today because it was eating him up, you know?
What's your son's last name? How you spell that? Okay, all right. Ma'am? Go ahead.
Ma'am?
Go ahead.
But yeah, it's just, the police need to check that car, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because even if they did bleach it, I'm pretty sure they bleached it.
So that's enough to say that there was enough probable cause to arrest this woman. To arrest this woman, to arrest her son, and to arrest Tyler Lee Gross. The time is now for justice for Quawan.
How would you like the neighbors of Acadiana to support you during this time?
Through investigation. Britt, you've been doing a great job, and I really appreciate you. I'm telling you, yes, you did an amazing job, and I thank you so much, dearly. You know, we've been waiting on this day. We've been waiting on this day. And it hurts me because I'm very, very passionate about it. It really hurts me. But I really appreciate you to actually take your time because I did not know that you were working on this. I'm grateful for you, and I thank you. That's what news people are supposed to do, and you did just that. That's all I have to say.
Now, Selena did make other allegations that I'm not sharing because, well, they've never been proven. But they're things that have always sat in the back of the Charles family's minds. Like what happened to Janet Irvin's car. Selena claims it was not searched thoroughly. She also claims there were others at the Irvin's home the day Quawan allegedly left, saying he was going to kill himself. Again, this is not proven. After the break, we revisit the ditch where Quawan's body was found one last time, and we'll tell you where Janet Irvin's trial stands. Let's talk about the ditch where Quawan's body was found on November 3rd, 2020. Quawan's family's attorneys made claims there was only a few inches, maybe a few feet of water. When I went out there a few days after Quawan's body was found and just a few weeks ago while looking into Quawan's case again, there was only a few inches of water in that ditch. But I went to speak with our meteorologists. While this ditch usually only holds a few inches of water, on October 28th, 2 days before Quawan went missing, South Louisiana was actually hit by Hurricane Zeta, a Category 2 hurricane. While this ditch may not usually hold this much water, Hurricane Zeta did dump a decent amount of rain. I also went through all of our file footage and I found this still photo. It's the only image we have of this ditch that was taken the days after Quawan's body was found. After standing in this ditch myself, I'd estimate that this is probably only about 3 or 4 feet of water. It probably would have come to Quawan's shoulders if he was standing. Is this enough water to drown in? Yes, but Quawan could have also easily stood up. Now let's talk about Janet Urban. I told you in episode 3 that Janet Urban was set to go to trial in June. I went to that court appearance and the judge just ended up issuing her another summons. She is now set to go to trial on August 11th. Could any new details or information be brought up? We will be there to cover everything. Thanks for watching.